Hey guys, Josh Olive with Haven Comics here. Uh, we got in a bunch of cool stuff today, and I just wanted to pop on here and show you guys what we got. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Once again, I have to thank Nick Ellis from Two Brothers Comics for putting that together for us. I love that little intro. It is awesome. So thank you, Nick. Uh, Looks like Nick Ellis is the first one on. Check that out. Followed closely by, I'm assuming that would be Dustin on the Two Brothers account. Rock on. Good to see you guys. Third's the charm. How you doing, man? Good to see you, Alan. Uh, there's Dustin clapping back. Yes. All right. It's kind of a weird time of day, I know, and I don't expect we're getting a ton of people popping on here to see what all we got, but I can't help it. One of these books I got back from CGC last week, and I said if we got enough comments on a post that we would go ahead and do an unveiling of that. We didn't get enough comments on it, so I've been sitting on this, and I don't know what the grade is, and I can't take it anymore. It's driving me nuts. But before we get to that, we bought a collection over the weekend, and I just got it. I kind of got it sight unseen. I wasn't sure what all was in there, and didn't pay very much for it. But got a good. It's a good little collection. Some interesting runs, some good filler stuff, and thought I'd show off some of that. And then we got some stuff in today, including a key book that is flipping awesome. And then I got some Golden Age slabs back in today. And then I've got this key that I want to show off. So we've got some good stuff, and I'm excited about it. One of my favorites, and again, this is from this collection. So these books are not bagged, not boarded. They haven't been cleaned up, nothing at all. So they are as we got them. Right out of the gate, What If Wolverine Had Killed the Hulk? One of my favorites. That's one of the best what if books of all time. Great book. What If Wolverine Killed the Hulk? We will have this on the shelf at Haven here pretty soon. We'll have quite a few of these. No number 12, but this was a Batman Adventures number 6. Not a big book, but a fun one. We just got and then turned around and sold number 1 of the Fist of Khonshu series. So now we got number 2. So whoever bought number 1 from us on Saturday, we got number 2 for you. You can come and pick that up. Got another Moon Knight number 1 here with... This is just a 4-issue limited. So if you're a fan of the Moon Knight, we can hook you up with some good books. This stuff makes me happy. Again, this is all from this collection that we just bought. Got an Avengers 73. Again, not a huge issue, but you get those early run Avengers. They're all good. This is in surprisingly good shape coming out of this collection. Could use a clean for sure, and definitely a press. But there's you a Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 2. Some gorgeous Steranko art. That's the good stuff right there. That makes me happy. Hang on a second here. I don't know, Alan. I've got great signal here, so I'm not sure what all's going on there. If we're laggy, I apologize. Do not know. I will be getting to that. Don't worry. He's got a little heads up on what we got there. Got us some old school Brave and the Bold, Batman, Wildcat, and the Joker. So that's fun stuff. That's my favorite era of the Joker, bar none. Favorite era. Got an old Swamp Thing number 7 with Batman. Good old Swamp Thing and Batman. So it's a good little run there. Now we get into some of the good stuff. Nice little McFarlane cover, newsstand edition. I'm going to work with the guy who does our local cleaning and pressing stuff. I think this is a great candidate for a before and after of what a clean and a press can do for a book. It has some issues, but I think the vast majority of those will press out, and it's got a little bit of schmutz here that I think will clean off. And I think this is a great example of a before and after. So we're going to do some fun stuff with this one. That makes me happy. If you like your first appearance of Jason Todd as the Robin, as the new Robin, the Boy Wonder, we got that. If you want Jason Todd's first appearance and also first appearance of Killer Croc, we got that. Now we also have this slabbed up on the wall at the store, but here it is raw. And similarly to the McFarlane cover, I think this one could do with a clean and a press would make a world of difference. It's a minor key, but you got a first appearance of 2 characters in here. So you got your first Jason Todd, first Killer Croc. All right, so those are the highlights out of the collection that we just picked up over the weekend. Now here's some random books that we picked up. And this one actually, I don't know. This book is in phenomenal condition, and I can't even begin to figure out how or why that came to be. In the indicia on the inside, there's not even a date as to when this was published. So I don't know. I'm going to do some more digging and find out. But this is Space Adventures Presents First Trip to the Moon, #1. You get that nice glare off the back. It is in pristine shape. Look at the corners. Look at those edges. It's glorious. And if ever a book was designed to sell in Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City, that's it. That's some good stuff. Because you guys know me, you know I'm a Disney fan and I can't help myself. We got a little bit of Walt Disney. These old gold key Walt Disneys are just a hoot. So you got Scamp. He's lovable. What can I say? Giant-sized Defenders with Hellstrom, who's made a bit of a comeback these days. That's a fun one. Shirlena, how are you? It's good to see you. Hope that you have been catching up and staying caught up on all the wackadoo news at the dumpster fire. Picked up a G.I. Joe Frontline just because they're good. Not anything particularly important about that one, but it's good. This was one I picked up with a customer in mind in particular. He's a pilot, and he's into all of the air, what do they call it? Dogfighting kinds of stuff. So this is a 2-parter, Enemy Ace, War in Heaven, Part 1, Part 2. And I do have to say, Garth Ennis is not my favorite writer, but when he writes war books, his World War II stuff, his World War I stuff, he's phenomenal. Damon Hawk, man, how you doing? It is good to see you popping up here and seeing what we're up to. We're opening some stuff and seeing what we got. For people who don't know Damon, Damon is one of my oldest and best friends, and I love him even though I don't get to see him very much. And that makes me sad. Zap Comics. Hey, how you doing, Zap? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Going through some stuff that we're unboxing here. Got us this was a really low print run. The Platinum Edition of Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter. And you can see it's got the bright, shiny. Maybe you can't see because the bag takes care of most of that. But that's a bright metallic print there. That was a phenomenal book. One of the better Predator crossovers. And it was a real low print run. So just not a whole lot of these floating around. If any of this is something that you're interested in, let us know. Let us know. Just because I like picking these up whenever I can. I got an old Generation 1 Transformers number 11 of 4, which turned on to be 80 plus issues of 4. But get a little Jetfire there. Good stuff. We had one of these in recently, and I have to be honest with you. I accidentally damaged it, and it broke my heart, so I had to get another one. And this one is in even better shape than the one is that I damaged, so that makes me pretty happy. This is Uncanny X-Men and New Teen Titans. Great crossover. Would love to see more of this stuff in the future. We'll see. But one of those better crossover events that ever happened, and I love that book. That is a good one. We got us Star Wars number 41. Why is this important? That is the first appearance of Yoda in a comic book. So if you find yourself desperate for old man Yoda and you need him in a comic book, we got it. Now, you might be thinking we just got this slabbed on the wall at the store, and you'd be right. But we also have it raw if you want it a little bit cheaper. Machine Man number 1, Jack Kirby. great stuff. Makes me happy. I always love some Jack Kirby. He did some kind of stuff, but it was good. You want your third appearance of Beta Ray Bill? We got it. Pretty good shape, too. I think this is the first appearance of Stormbringer, if I remember correctly. First or second, but I think it's the first appearance of Stormbringer. Believe it or not, we are out of Toy Story comics, and we had somebody requesting it, so we got a Toy Story in, because you can't ever have too much Toy Story. If you want the real first appearance of Gambit, right here, in this X-Men Annual number 14, I think. Yep, X-Men Annual 14 from 1990. Your first appearance of Gambit. That's not him on the cover, by the way. That confuses a lot of people. But there's all the hullabaloo over. I thought his first appearance was X-Men 266, and you would be right. But this actually was released first, and it has Gambit in it. So there's the Hulk 180, Hulk 181 debacle to go through. Now, this one's an unusual book, but you know my love for all things G.I. Joe, and that kind of extends to something that's not G.I. Joe, but is making fun of it and or is loosely satirical of it. G.I. Jackrabbits. Because why not? I'm actually looking forward to reading this because that's just my idea of a good time. That's fun stuff. You got what? You have Hulk 180 at CGC right now? Is that what I'm saying? Rock on with your bad self, brother. That's awesome. This is a fun one, a little bit different. This is Epic, number 14. And why is this so special? This was a magazine from back in the day, a Marvel magazine, because it's a special preview of the upcoming movie, Revenge of the Jedi, before they decided that Jedis don't seek revenge and they prefer to just return. So we have we got some pretty cool. I always love the stuff that shouldn't have ever been made, and that's good stuff. I'll probably end up putting it back there because that's just fun. Who doesn't want to see some G.I. Jackrabbit? I don't know. So you guys ready to get into some slabs? Let's get some slabs. Oh, let's see. Oh, you got the X-Men 14 annual. I got you. Well, I also tend to agree with you on the Hulk 180. So there you go. So it's kind of funny that X-Men annual. I just sold. A guy came in and bought both that annual and the 266. I had slabs of both of those on the wall at the shop, and he came in and bought both of them. He was like, I need both of those. So he got hooked up. What can I say? So, all right. Let's see what Golden Age beauties we got here. Because Golden Age makes me happy. But I also, these are taped within an inch of their lives. So let me grab a knife and do some cutting. Got to do some cutting. So, yeah, that's some fun stuff. All right. We want to see. I'm a fan. If you guys haven't seen the wall at the shop, I like Golden Age books. I like to keep as many of them around as I can. They tend to sell pretty slowly, but they also tend to sell to people who really appreciate them, which I appreciate about them. So I think I just cut through all the tape. We'll find out. And it'll look really embarrassing when I'm sitting there going like, and I don't actually get anything done there. I'll cut through most of the tape. Hang on, let's. Apparently our internet and phone and everything are down at the store, so let me see what's happening, because that's bad. I'll have to call and get that taken care of here in just a second. Yep. There's one more strand of tape that I did not see. So we're going to got to cut through that. It's like the bad part about opening up Christmas presents. It's all the junk that you have to cut through to actually get them open, but and it's also part of the fun. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, that box is very securely taped, I will tell you that. And then we've got the ubiquitous bubble wrap. Can't go wrong with that. Looks like bubble wrap and painter's tape. This is always a good combination for keeping things safe. Ooh, that's a lot of bubble wrap. Oh, and then they're all in their own individual bags, too. As you can see. So let's see what we got here. All right. Once again, I love me some Golden Age books. So see what we got, see how these things came in. I see. They're in a bag within a bag. This is some very secure shipping, which I can get behind. It's just a little bit of a pain to open slowly in front of people who are like, get on with it. I can't blame you. Okay. Here we go. From 1953, an old Charlton book with Dick Giordano cover and art. This is a special flying saucer cover, which there was no shortage of in 1953. We have Space Adventures number 4 in a 5.0. God, that glare is awful. Try and get that angled so you can see it. But yeah, Space Adventures number 4 in a 5.0. Just a good classic Golden Age book. Love this stuff. This is very happy making for me. These are probably not all. These are not going to be like, ooh, special issues of Batman or anything like that. These are just typical of the time Golden Age books, which makes me really happy. So let's see what else we got here. Got 2 more of these, and then we've got the big key that I just got back from CGC. And I just got word that I've got a handful of other keys coming back from CGC. Should be this week. Might be next week. We'll see. Perfect for yesterday being Veterans Day. That's awesome. We have got from 1943. 1943. War Heroes number 3 in an 8.0. 8.0 for a book from 1943. Various war heroes. And look at this on the back. The world salutes the heroes of Stalingrad and their fiercely courageous defense of their homes and freedoms against the Nazi invaders. Not going to see a whole lot of congrats to Russia on American comics after this in the 50s. But in 1943, War Heroes comics in an 8.0. Flipping amazing. That is awesome. So let's see what our last Golden Age book is here. From 1948, we have Wings Comics, Kidnapped Cargo, featuring Captain Wings. And there's a dude strapped to the propeller of a plane, and it looks like she is coming in to save his butt. So Wings Comics at a 5.5 from 1948. That's pretty spectacular. And as we always like to look at the ads on the back on these old books, there's a talk, sing, play, Rolly home radio microphone. And you could also get a 16 millimeter movie projector. It's a bargain. Who doesn't want a 16 millimeter movie projector? That's amazing. Southern Comic Geek, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, B. Ramey, how you doing, brother? Yeah, that had some striking colors on it. This one has got some gorgeous color too. I mean, look at that. That's sharp. Love these old Golden Age books. These make me happy. Okay, so there's my Golden Age books. And before I get to my key that I just got back from CGC, I almost forgot. I don't know how I almost forgot. I know Dustin wouldn't have let me get away with it. I do have one other key that I just got in today. Almost missed it because I had to sign for it, and the mailman interrupted me in the middle of a meeting. But for anybody who's looking, who's wanting to see, that is a TMNT number 1, 1984. That is a third print. But TMNT number 1, and that is gorgeous. A press is going to do wonders for this. I think it's going to jack the price up, jack the grade on it significantly. But that is a beautiful, beautiful book. Look at that gorgeousness. Boom! TMNT number 1, third print. And that was quick. Yeah, that's there you go. That's the way to do it right there. That's the way to do it. Okay, so this last one, we just got back from CGC. I've seen the book, but I have not seen the grade. Our guy who does our cleaning and pressing and stuff, this is how he gave it to me. So it's got the grade covered up. But you can see the book is Spider-Verse number 2, first appearance of Gwen Stacy, first print. Got this out of a collection we bought a couple of months ago, and I thought at the time it was a good candidate for a 9.8, so I'm desperately hoping that it's going to be a 9.8. Fingers crossed. So let's see what we got here. Ha-ha! 9.8. Got our first appearance of Spider-Gwen in a 9.8. That makes me very happy. That will go nicely with my Ultimate Fallout 4, which unfortunately came back a 9.6. When I dug it out of the boxes, cleaned and press, all that, it was actually folded this way because it had been in a box with not enough stuff, so it wasn't packed in tight, so it had kind of bent a little. But came back a 9.6, and this bad boy just came back at 9.8. So that is glorious. That makes me happy. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That is what we got. I can't even put things back up today, so I'll do it later. That's what we got in today. Got a whole slew of stuff. Got a lot of fun things. Really looking forward to that. Hey, Ryan, Mr. Comics and Death Metal. How you doing, sir? So appreciate you guys all jumping on and seeing what we got. If you see something in here that you like, let us know. This is all going to be up at the shop, and it'll be priced and all that stuff tomorrow. So if you see something you want, just let us know. We'll figure that out and get that to you. Stay tuned. Don't stay tuned. Go away, but then come back at 7 o'clock, so 2 hours from now. We will be doing our Haven Comics quiz show. And our Haven Comics quiz show is a great time every Thursday night. We have a guest on. We ask the guest trivia questions. If the guest answers the questions, they get the prize associated with that question. If they don't get the question right, then the audience gets a shot at it. So the first person in the audience that answers the question right, they get the prize associated with it. So it's a lot of fun, and it pays to hang around. You'll have to talk to Dustin about that. He claimed it already, man. What can you say? Hey, Hey, Saint. Whoops, man, there you are. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. No, Spider-Verse is not a prize. No, no, no. We do have some good prizes. Sometimes $100 or so in various things. We have some good prizes that we put up, but that is not one of them. At least not until we have a much bigger audience and we draw a lot more people in. So that's you got it. We'll let you know. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great night. Come back at 7 o'clock. Catch our Haven Comics quiz show. Answer some questions. Win some prizes. It's a lot of fun. We look forward to seeing y'all then. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And yeah, it has been forever. Good to see y'all. So yes, you guys have a good one. We'll catch you at 7 o'clock for our quiz show. Don't forget, it's going to be a lot of fun. Adios, amigos.